Hi everyone, welcome to my class today. My name is Layla and you're watching the Elevate Live online learning channel. So today I'm going to teach you all about how to create a sacred circle. But before I do that, I'm going to teach you how to make a magic circle. So this is a magic circle that is spelled M-A-G-I-C-K. Why? Because magic, spelled M-A-G-I-C, is trickery and illusion, whereas the old way of spelling magic means to take something and change it into something else, or to create something from nothing. It's all about the energy. So we are going to create a magic circle today. M-A-G-I-C-K. Good. All right. So the first thing to teach you about a magic circle is it's an etheric structure. So you can place its etheric structure around anything that you want to protect. I even tested this theory out once. I placed a magic circle around a plate of cookies or biscuits that I left on my table because everyone would walk past my desk in the office and they would always take my cookies. And it really upset me. So I tested it out. I created a magic circle around my plate of cookies and I left it there. And I set the intention that nobody would see it. And true as Bob, no one saw it. I then decided to play with the energies a little bit and I adjusted the frequency and said, let only those who have good and pure intentions for me see the cookies and feel welcomed to take one. And it was amazing because I quickly saw who had good energies for me and who didn't have good intentions. Anyway, that's just me playing around. I like to experiment. So creating a magic circle is an etheric structure. And what it is essentially is a sacred circle. You're going to create a circle with the energies. Now, to create energy, you're going to be using chi energy. So chi energy is what like the Tai Chi masters use. It's the exhalation of their breath. It's visualizing energy coming out. So you don't have to do like the Kung Fu master and go like, wah! You can just use your breath outward, but whatever floats your boat, go for it. The second part of this is we are going to be using a triangle. Now you're going to create a triangle using your hands. Okay, so you create the triangle this way, thumbs together, fingers together, and we're going to be turning it inward into a hara area. The hara area is your creation area, the sacral area. Okay, so it's just that area below your belly button, and I'm going to be demonstrating to you how to create a magic circle. So first you want to establish where you want your circle to be. So if you're at the shopping center or you're in the parking lot and you want to create a circle around your car, it's going to help you in two ways. Firstly, you're going to be creating a circle of energy around your car. Secondly, if anyone sees you actually creating this, they're going to think, wow, okay, that's a weird lady, stay away. So it helps you a lot, especially if you put a lot of energy and like movement into the creation. Anyway, that's just my weird sense of humor. All right, so first you want to establish where you want your circle to be. So we're going to do it around the car, and I'm going to demonstrate here on the carpet, pretending that the carpet is the car. So you're going to stand in front of your car or on the side of your car, and you're going to visualize creating a circle, not an oval, not a square, a circle. So you're going to bring your fingers into the triangle position, and you're going to invert your fingers, your pointing fingers, inward into your belly button. Okay, so you can do it in your belly button or just below, but basically what you're doing is you're calling in the energies of your stomach, of your hara area, to create this etheric structure. So breathing in, and as you exhale, you're going to use chi energy. Create the circle now with your hands. Make sure that your hands are parallel to the ground and that now the pointing fingers are pointing outward. The circle size does not depend on the action of your hand, so just be aware of that. So now breathing in again, you're going to create the circle with your mind and bring your fingers back into your belly button. That was one movement. You need to do this 3 times. So let's create it another 2 times. Good. Now you've created your circle 3 times around your motor vehicle. Placing your left hand underneath your right hand with your palms facing up, I want you to take a step back with your right hand And as you exhale, bringing your left foot in, I want you to use chi energy to visualize creating a step or a platform. Or what you can do is use your hands and open them up as if you're laying down a platform. Good. So this is what we call the elemental platform, and I'm going to explain to you what that is used for in the sacred circle. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to pull down your pillars of light. So I want you to reach up high above your head and point your fingers up. And what you're going to do is you're going to visualize that you're reaching high, high, high up, past all the planes of existence to the light of the Creator. And you're going to hook that light like a ribbon of light, and you're going to pull it down. And as you pull it down, I want you to visualize that you're bringing down pillars of light on either side of your body. These pillars of light are essentially vibrations of the highest form of light, and they are going to vibrate. You're going to be able to feel them because they're actual etheric structures. Okay? This is so exciting. Now, make sure that your pillars of light are wide enough so that you can step through the pillars without having to turn sideways. Because look what happens when they are too thin. Good. All right. So you want your pillars to be wide enough so that when you come up to them again, you know that that's the position where your hands need to be. All right. So now these pillars of light are essentially coded now to your DNA, which means they are password protected. And the password is your DNA. So as you touch these pillars of light, it's like they've come out of hibernation mode, like your laptop or computer would be. As you touch them, they come back to life and they go like zwing and they start to vibrate. Now, the nice thing about these pillars of light is that they are only coded to your DNA. So you don't need to worry about somebody else coming and activating your circle, which is really useful when you're teaching this in a class, because I've got like loads of people in my classes and then they're laying all these circles down and then we forget where the pillars are. So when you find pillars, know that they're your pillars. So you're going to touch these pillars. And now what we're going to do is we're going to charge up your circle. So you're going to touch them and they're going like, hello. They're connecting to your DNA. The password has been entered. Now I want you to let go of the pillars, because you don't want to be touching them while you move forward, because then you're going to move your pillars. So let go, hands by your side, and I want you to step onto your platform with your right foot first. Bringing in your left foot, I want you now to visualize that as you stand on this step or this platform, you're now going to energize it with energies of the elements. All right, so we're going to start off with the lowest, densest elemental energy, which is earth. So visualize breathing in earth in through your body. You're breathing it into that elemental platform, that doorway that's going to lead into your sacred circle. And as you're breathing in the element of earth, I really want you to take time to visualize earth. Like, how does earth feel? How does it sound? Does it have a smell? How does it taste? All right. And the more time you spend visualizing earth, the more you're going to energize yourself and your circle with that energy. Very, very powerful. Now, what I like to do is I visualize that the first quarter of my body, from my feet up to my knees, is becoming earth. So I visualize that I'm in earth, okay? I'm in rock and my legs are becoming like rock. Or what you could do is you could visualize yourself standing at the beach and see your feet, your legs going into the sand. Visualize that earth coming in. You're essentially becoming that element, right? So once you've finished visualizing earth, I want you to say out loud, I am earth. Good. Now we're going to visualize water. So let's say you're at the beach and now the tide is coming in and it's filling you from your earthy knees all the way up your legs to your hips. So now your hands are swishing in the water and you can feel the sway of the waves. And I want you now to visualize water. How does water feel? How does it smell? How does it taste? All right, so visualize that water coming in all the way up to your hips. Okay, and once you have finished visualizing water and you have become water, I want you to say out loud, I am water. Now we're going to bring in air. Okay, so air from your hips all the way up to your shoulders. And visualize that beautiful sea breeze going across your chest and your back. Okay, visualize what does air feel like and smell like and taste like. Okay, does air have a sound? And keep visualizing bringing that air energy in through you and into your circle. And when you feel that you've got enough air energy in your circle, I want you to say out loud, I am air. Now we get to the final element, which is fire. So please, I don't want you to visualize that you are fire. That's too crazy and hectic to visualize right at this stage. Rather visualize the sun beating down on your head. So you've got sun or fire energy from your shoulders up to the top of your head, and just visualize that sun beating down on your hair, okay, and warming your shoulders. And imagine, what does the sun smell like? Does it have a sound? Does it feel nice? And just keep visualizing that fire. And when you're done, say out loud, I am fire. Good. So now your circle is energized with the 4 elements. What's the missing element? The 5th element. You. Okay, just like that movie, Fifth Element. Hey, Mia Jojovic, she was the missing element, and so are you. So you are now going to enter into the circle and bring your soul energy in to really, really amplify these energies. So you're going to step in with your right foot first, step into your sacred circle, bring your left foot in, and you're going to honor the space. Okay, give honor to this beautiful space. You have created it along with spirit, and this is a safe space for you. Now, this is your circle, and it's a sacred space, so treat it accordingly. Okay. Now, you wouldn't use a sacred circle for your car, but you would use it for your healing room or for your bedroom. You think about it, at nighttime, you're sleeping, your body is leaving your soul is leaving your body. And you want to make sure that your body is going to be safe while your soul is out there doing what it does. So you're going to create the magic circle around your bed, and then you're going to energize it with the flames, the cosmic fire, to make sure that you are safe. All right. Now, the thing about the sacred circle is that fire that we visualized around the castle, it's only going to be active for 12 hours. The fire eventually burns out, but the structure is still going to stay there. So if you were to create, like, let's say, for example, okay, like me, when I'm tired, I nosedive into bed. So what I do is I create my magic circle at 8 o'clock at night, knowing that it's going to go until 8 o'clock the next morning. So I don't need to worry about it. I'm going to create it at 8 o'clock, energize my circle, step in, bless it. Then when I step out, it's going to deactivate. But the flames are still there. It's like hibernation mode, right? The flames are small now. And as soon as I come back and I touch my pillars of light, whew, those flames shoot up again. And it'll be like that for the next 12 hours. Great. So from when you make it to when it runs out, it's 12 hours. So that's why I make my sacred circle at 8 o'clock at night. So now the question comes up, okay? My husband sleeping in the bedroom with me. He benefits from sleeping in my sacred circle. He can also make his own sacred circle on top of my sacred circle, because let's say I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, my circle is going to deactivate. He's still kind of protected because he's sleeping in a magic circle then with a decreased flame. But if he's super anxious or he wants to make sure that he's protected at all times, he can create his own circle. When it comes to the kids, okay, we all sleep in the same bedroom anyway. We like to cohabit at nighttime, but other children that are sleeping in their own bedroom, I suggest teaching them how to do their own sacred circle. To make a sacred circle big enough to encapsulate the whole house requires a lot of energy. And you're going to have to be very experienced in using this kind of energy to maintain that flame throughout those 12 hours. So you want to start off small. The smaller your circle, the more powerful it's going to be. And the more powerful you become, the larger you can make your circle. So in the beginning, you want to make sure that your circle is only around your bed. Okay, so make it big enough that you can, once you're in the circle, you can still walk around the bed and climb in, and you're not going to step out of your circle. Because if you step out, you're going to deactivate it. Then what you need to do to activate it again is you got to come around to the front where your pillars are, and then of course go in again. So let me teach you how to do that. Firstly, with your pillars of light, what I suggest you do is get masking tape or something to demarcate where those pillars of light are. In the beginning, I couldn't see etheric energy. Lots of people can't see etheric energy. So you want to make sure that you're going to remember where they are. Okay. So I put masking tape, like little X's where my pillars of light were. So I knew that when I came back, boom, that's where they're going to be. You then touch your pillars, you let go, step in with your right foot onto your elemental platform, and step straight into your circle again with your right foot and honor the space. Okay, you don't need to re-energize it with the elemental energies. Now, let's say you come back the following night. Now you have to energize it again. So you're going to find the pillars. You're going to touch them. You're going to let go. You're going to step onto your elemental platform, right foot first. And then you're going to breathe into your space, earth, then water, then air, then fire. Remembering to say at the end of each, I am water, I am air. Okay? Once you've done I am fire, you then step into your space, adding the fifth element, honor the space, right foot first. And then if you want to, what you can say to really, really energize it is by will alone I set my mind in motion. Now, that's a very powerful phrase, and it's been handed down through many, many teachings that when we are engaging will, okay, we're not engaging the brain, we're doing this from the pureness of our will, of our soul. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion. Remember, the mind is different to the brain. And what you're essentially doing is you're saying, I'm creating this space so that I can create, I can connect, and I can be a creator god or goddess. Okay? Honoring God in the greatest way. So remember, this space is sacred. Don't bring the outside world in here. You're not going to have a fight with your partner in your sacred circle. You're going to do healing. You're going to do meditation. You're going to do downloading of intuitive energies and getting guidance in that. You're not going to be sitting on your phone on Facebook in your sacred circle. So when you're doing it in your healing space, in your healing room, you want to maybe do the pillars of light at the door and encompass the whole area that you're going to be working in. So when your client comes into your healing room, you've already activated your healing, your sacred circle. So you can just quickly touch the pillars, let go, step into the space, honor it, and they're not going to see you breathing and doing all the elemental energies and think okay, what's this crazy woman doing? You've already done that. Okay. An important thing to remember as well is that you don't want to have an active sacred circle when you're doing an emotional cord cutting or removing entities. And I am going to be teaching you how to do that in the upcoming weeks, but you want to make sure that your circle is deactivated when you're doing that kind of warrior work, because you don't want that stuff contained in your magic circle or your sacred circle. So once you're done with the cord cutting, you then go and you activate the circle, and it's now clean and clear, and you can do all that amazing healing. Okay, so let's recap. A magic circle is an etheric structure that you're going to place around your car. Why? If the car's in your driveway or outside your garage, you're going to always park the car in the same place. So you can literally just drive into where your etheric circle is and know that it's got deep protection. Okay. If you're going to place a sacred circle around your car, you're going to leave it. So there's no point in having the fire that's now in hibernation mode around your car. So your sacred circle is for places where you're going to be doing worshiping, meditating, healing, connecting, and of course sleeping, because that's when your body is resting and your soul is out there doing all its amazing magical light work stuff. To create the sacred circle, you're going to energize it with the 4 elements. So magic circle is just from the belly button out and in 3 times. Boom, magic circle. Sacred circle is where you're creating the platform and the pillars of light, and then you're going to energize it with the 4 elements. Okay, good. If you have any questions or you're doubting, please leave a comment below. I will respond to you. You're welcome to email me as well. All my details are in the description below. So please do feel free to reach out to me. And of course, if you'd like to be on my mailing list, please sign up as well. I'm always sharing interesting articles and tips. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to bring in amazing healing energies and increase your own vibration doing a healing ritual called the Affirmation to Healing. While you're standing in your circle, your sacred circle, I want you to discover which direction is north. And remember earlier in the video, I said we do everything in a clockwise direction. So you're going to start in the north, you're then going to go east, south, west. Okay. So starting in the north, what we're going to do is we're going to use our triangle and we're going to place it on our hara area. Okay, this is the downward triangle, and what we're basically saying is, this is me. So stating out loud, say, I am, and your name. I am Layla. Now, bring your hands up above your head and looking through that triangle, looking through the triangle to the ceiling, I want you to say, I call upon the holy hierarchy of light. All right, so that you're basically using that triangle as a communication tool. Now, bring that triangle down, and I want you to place it in front of you in the northerly direction. So now what you're doing is you're basically looking through that triangle in the north direction, okay? And I want you to say the following. I call upon the watchtower of the north and the powers of the north to be with me in my healing. I call upon the four elements of the north to be with me in my healing. So now you think about it, you're calling in through that triangle the energies of the north and the four elements of the north. You're calling them into your being. So now bring your hands towards your chest and feel those energies flowing into your chest. Ooh, doesn't that feel nice? Now in a clockwise direction, turn to face the east. Place your hands up and say the following. I call upon the watchtower of the east and the powers of the east to be with me in my healing. I call upon the four elements of the east to be with me in my healing. Now pull that energy into your chest and just take a moment to feel how nice that feels to call in the energies of the east. Now rotate clockwise to the south and put your hands in front of you, palms facing away from you, and say, I call upon the watchtower of the south and the powers of the south to be with me in my healing. I call upon the four elements of the south to be with me in my healing. And pull those energies into your chest and feel the divine energies of the south. Now turn to face the west in a clockwise direction. Put your hands up in front of you in the shape of a triangle and say out loud, I call upon the watchtower of the west and the powers of the west to be with me in my healing. I call upon the four elements of the west to be with me in my healing. Now rotate one more time clockwise to face the north again and put your hands in the air above you and pull down the energy to your waist as you say, I call upon the powers of up to come down and balance me in my healing. And now put your hands down and pull the energies up as you say, I call upon the powers of down to come up and balance me in my healing. Now place your hands out on either side and pull them in towards your chest and say, I call upon the powers of here to center me in my healing. And now with your hands down by your side, say, I call upon the light to fill my circle with the healing energy and the love of the light. And if you have an incense stick lit, you can use the incense stick, or you can just use your two pointing fingers, your middle finger and your pointing finger. Put them down, and starting in your forehead in a clockwise direction, you're going to move around your head while saying, I purify myself for healing. I purify myself for healing. I purify myself for healing. Amen. Now just take a moment to feel how amazing that feels. Yes, you basically pulled all elements of yourself and all the directions into yourself. And you are now centered and balanced to do healing. Doesn't that feel amazing? Well, congratulations. Today you've learned how to create a magic circle, a sacred circle, and how to do the affirmation to healing ritual to bring in more energies. I hope you enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed teaching. It's one of my values that I learned from Dr. John Demartini. It's teaching, healing, and self-improvement. And when I'm doing that, I'm filled with energy. And this is my gift to you. I hope that you will share it with others, because I think we need more people these days to really just boost their energies, increase their protection, and keep their vibration as high as possible so that we don't get caught up in the drama. All right, great. I hope you liked the video. Please share it. Please subscribe below. And remember to check back in again next Tuesday for the next free online lesson.